Hello, welcome to another take. I don't know if this one's going to be interesting or not because I read through the questions and I was kind of like, no, throughout all of it. So maybe there'll be talking points, not topping, talking. So let's do this. The Guilty Reader book tag. Question number 1. Have you ever regifted a book that you've been given? No, not really. For the most part, I'm not gifted books, like for the longest time. And now, and mostly because I kind of stopped reading for like a chunk of my time, a chunk of my life, whatever. And then now I'm giving out like specific lists of books because there's some books that sound interesting, but the more I hear about them, the more I'm like, ew, I don't think I want that. So, but yeah. So I haven't really been given many books that I'm like, I think one book I was given a long time ago and then I gave it away to like donations. But like I asked the person first. Like, will you be offended if I give this away? And they were like, no. So I don't know if that counts. I wouldn't say so because it's not like guilty, you know? But anyway, question number 2. Have you ever said you've read a book when you haven't? No. I mean, most people don't talk about books that I'm not around people. That's why. But even if I were surrounded by people who read a bunch of books that I haven't read, I don't see why you would do that. Because then they would just talk about it and you would be like, what? What's the point? I don't know. But yeah, so no, I have not done that. Like, why? If you haven't done it, like, then what? No, if you haven't read it, then you can ask them questions or you can let them sort of tell you stuff about it if you're okay with spoilers or whatever. And it's just, but whatever. So, question number 3. Have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? I mean, technically, to the school library, I lost the book, so I didn't return it. And then I found it like 10 years later. I was like, oh, that's where that was. I probably still have. No, maybe I gave it away because I don't want it. So I don't know if it's in a bin somewhere or if I gave it away. But yeah, I don't remember what the book was called. It was like a thin chapter type book. So yeah, there was that. But I've never borrowed a book from like a friend or a relative and never returned it. I am currently borrowing some of my sister's books. I have been borrowing them for quite a long time, but I know where they are, and they will return when I read them or my sister says, I want my book. So, I don't think that counts because I'm not keeping it. They're just on indefinite loan to me. Okay, the next question. Which one is it? Ugh. Oh, took a minute to read my own writing. Don't mind me. Question number 4. Have you ever read a series out of order? No. No, no, no. 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 Ugh. No. Um, maybe. There's. It depends how you mean out of like. Okay. The Shadowhunter world. I read Clockwork Angel or whatever, and that's the only one I've read. That's the first in that trilogy, but it's not the first in like that world, even though it's technically pre something. What is the word? Prequel, I think. So even then, by publishing way, it is out of order. I wouldn't count that, but maybe some other people would. I don't know. But generally no, I wouldn't want to read a series out of order. It's like, why? You would miss all the like foreshadowing and build up and things if the author's doing their job. You know? I don't know. Okay, moving on. Have you ever spoiled... Oh, question number 5. Have you ever spoiled a book for someone? I don't think so. Maybe? Maybe Hunger Games? But like a small thing in it. And it wasn't like an accident. It wasn't malicious. I was like, do you mind if I talk about this? And they were like, yeah, sure. So that's why. Okay. Um, Question number 6. Have you ever dog-eared a book? No, not on purpose. I'm sure I've accidentally bent a corner, but no. I I don't want to bend the pages. You know, you can always use anything, a pen, or not like ink, but like stick a pen. Bookmarked, you know, or a piece of clean like paper, like tissue or whatever. It's like, no, I haven't. But okay. Let's see. Have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do? No. People don't usually ask me what books I have anyway, you know? And if I'm pretty sure this is like in case someone wants to borrow the book and you don't want to lend it to them, but what if they're asking because they want to buy you the book and you're I did read that, right? Yeah. And you know, they're like, "Do you have this?" And you're like, "No." And they're like, "Excellent, I'll buy it for you." And you're like, "Wait, what?" No. So, you know. But maybe that's also like a shame thing, like if you have a book that people look down on and you don't want them to know you own it. Maybe that's what that is about. I don't know. But still, no. Okay. 8. Have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have? No, I haven't. Because why? Again, it's probably like you don't want people to judge you and be like, So, you know, but still, no, I haven't. I don't, I just don't. I don't see the point. But yeah, so that's the guilty reader tag. I guess I'm a boring, guiltless reader. I mean, I've drawn in a book, and some people would say that's something that like you don't do, and I've done that. Harry Potter. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess that's the tag. I don't know if this was remotely interesting, but here it is. I got nothing else to offer you. So, okay. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.